Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for mid-February 2023. We're going to jump right in here, and in your past position, you have this survival card. The shark card says survival power, and you also have this witch card that says magic and curse on it. And, I do feel like a little bit of control energy, and there we go, right there. The Chariot is, of course, a very good card, but it is the card of hard control. It literally represents, like, taking control of a situation or trying to take control of a situation. I kind of feel like you realize that you need to, I kind of feel this is like a past thing. Obviously, it's your past position here, Libra, but it's like you realize that you had to set yourself apart from a situation, whether this was a relationship or a business, or, taking your career in a new direction. It doesn't really matter what it is. The Chariot, he has this city behind him, but he's going somewhere where he doesn't know where he's going. He's trusting that the universe is going to guide him, right? These two sphinxes, they represent mystery, and they represent the fact that he is just kind of trusting that the universe is going to show him the right way or show him the right direction. And I really feel that for you here. I really don't feel like a curse, magic, or, I'm not saying someone wasn't trying to do that to you or anything like that. If this is a relationship, I kind of feel like it's everything. I feel like you're just trying to survive with that survival card. And I feel like you are, like, you've almost learned the difference between, like, power and, something that isn't power. I know that sounds stupid, but it's like, I think there's a difference between, like, for example, a person who is just controlling and a person who actually has power. It's like there's competence, right? Someone who can actually do what they say. They are competent, and because of that, they have power, right? But then there's just people who are control freaks, and they kind of think they have power. Maybe they try to project power, but it's almost like they try to force things to happen. I feel like either you were dealing with a person like that, or this was a business situation that had control over you. And it's like you've learned that you have to take your power back, and you are setting yourself apart. I am getting very specifically here as well, Libra, that if this was a relationship, that you are the one that is becoming competent. Like, I feel like you are the one that is gaining true power, but you're not doing anything. Again, I want to stress that the reason you're gaining power is because you're becoming competent. It has nothing to do with, power. It has nothing to do with grabbing the, kind of like taking power, right? And in a forceful way. It's more just by living, just by doing the things that you're doing. You're taking control. You also have the Two of Wands here. Two of Wands is a card of taking the lead. So I feel for a lot of you that you're just taking the lead in your life. I feel you're trying to set yourself free. Again, there was some sort of separation here. Five of Swords. Eight of Swords is like setting yourself free, of course, or needing to set yourself free. You have that Knight of Wands wanting to pop out there, by the way. That's the card that just popped off. But it's like you are wanting to set yourself free. I do feel you could also, if there was ever a card that represented competence, it would be the King of Wands. But we're talking about on the positive side of things. And I feel like this is something much more powerful. I feel like you've, in love as well, I feel like you are realizing what a real winner looks like, not someone who claims they can win, not someone who claims they have all these nice things, right? I feel like you've learned to see, like, what it actually is. What is that, undescribable quality that a person can have, right? That makes them truly a winner in life. And I feel like you've learned the difference. If this is a past relationship, by the way, I feel like you have broken the curse, but it's not like a real curse. I feel like you've broken the curse of the person, and now you know what to look for. I also feel for a lot of you that, again, I don't even necessarily feel that you're focused on love. I feel like you are, again, focused on winning. I feel like you're focused on creating more wins in your life, and I also feel like you are focusing on becoming competent. Like I said, that word keeps popping into my head for some reason. I never say that in readings, but I feel this has something to do with power. It's giving you power. It's allowing you to manifest things very quickly, as we can see here throughout the reading. So let's see. With the Two of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. Yes, you were stuck, right? You were stuck in a situation. I really feel some of you walked away from a person. I feel like they're shocked. I feel like they're very surprised that you were able to walk away, or that you did. I just think they thought they could string you along for a long time. I feel like I said this to you recently as well. If this wasn't a person, it was clearly a job or a business, and again, your boss could be surprised. You have the Chariot. And with the Chariot, you have the Five of Cups. Again, you're leaving behind disappointments and you're moving towards like new things. Again, with the Five of Cups, we have 2 cups behind us, and those 2 cups represent something we have to be grateful for, because when we focus on those 2 cups, then we get something better. We get the bridge and the castle, as I always say. So, don't be afraid to look towards something new. I do feel like someone from the past has regrets. With the Sun, you have the 4 swords. Yes, you're very focused on your own recovery here. I really wonder if this is because of the eclipses. We had a set of eclipses last year, and we're about to hit the next set of eclipses, and it's going to start in April. And I kind of feel that, between, basically the summertime, right, of 2022 and April, a lot of us could have experienced, like, losses, but it doesn't have to just be love. Could be anything. And, eclipses are fate. They are fated events. They're things that are, they represent fate season. Fate. Leo King calls it fate train time, right? And they kind of represent these things in life where maybe we learn a lot from the lesson that we learned, but it also affects our destiny in some way. And I also feel like there can be destined decisions that we make during those times. And it's like, depending on what we choose, it kind of affects the direction of our life. And I kind of feel like someone made a wrong choice, but you have always made the right choices. It's like the universe sees these things. I feel like the universe is seeing that you always choose the right choice. You always choose the good things. You always choose to do the right thing in life, or at least you have been recently. And it's almost like you're being rewarded. I just wanted to show you this. You have the end looks really good, and you have the 6 of Cups, which is always a gift from the universe. So I feel like you're receiving a gift because you do the right thing. So don't do the wrong thing. Sometimes I think if we do the right thing for too long and we see people who do the wrong thing winning, that we're like, oh, I'm just going to start doing the wrong thing, because people who do the wrong thing always win. And someone needs to hear that. And again, I'm not calling you out here, but I just feel like this is saying, no, keep doing the right thing. Those people are going to be punished. Trust me, right? Doing the right thing is always good. Next, in the area of the present, you have this release card. These 2, I only wanted to pull 1 card, but both cards came out. So you have this release card and the stillness card. I feel like you are getting moving. You have the Knight of Pentacles, but this is the After Tarot. And in this Knight of Pentacles, his horse is actually moving. In the traditional tarot, the horse is not making any moves. He's not moving forward. So I feel like you're making moves now. You're finally kind of progressing. You have the 5 of Swords and the 3 of Cups as well. So again, I feel like you're finally moving forward to like greener pastures. I do get something here about the grass is greener on the other side. Like maybe you thought a person was your person, or a job was your job, or your career. Maybe you thought it was going to be the thing that would support you for a long time. And sometimes I think we get to this place in life where, we've been trying business for a long time, or we've been trying to be in a relationship for a long time or whatever, and it's like one thing after another doesn't work out, and then we finally are like, okay, I'm just going to settle. I feel like this is saying don't settle. I feel like, that something much better is coming in for you, and I'm not saying be patient, because I actually don't think you have to be patient. I think things are developing right now, but I would keep pushing forward. Again, you have the 5 of Swords. It's really weird. I feel like if you were dealing with a person, I feel like this person just took a risk. I feel like they just, and it was a stupid risk as well. So, if someone walked away from you, Libra, that could be the case. They just took a stupid risk, and I mean, I feel like they regret it, but it's like, too bad. And, that's just that. They let you escape. They let you escape their grasp is what I'm getting. For others of you, I feel like you need to take a risk. I always say that 5 of Swords to me is my card of risk-taking, and not like a bad risk. We're talking about a calculated risk here. So even if we go straight this way, Page of Cups to the 7 of Cups, it's kind of like saying you might have a goal, wish, or dream, and you see this fish hopping out of the cup. I always say that the Page of Cups, he needs to grab onto that fish. He needs to make sure that that fish does not escape. So I really feel you need to grab onto that. You have the 3 of Cups here. A lot of support from your community. I don't know, every single reading I do for you, Libra, you always get these cards of community, or people helping you, or, whatever you want to call it. So I feel like there's a lot of people who want to support you right now. I feel like there's a lot of people who want to be in your life, and, I think it would be a good time for socializing, especially if you're looking for love. Look at this. I mean, going this way, it could be a soulmate, lovers here, but it's going to be through socializing. Don't miss out on the opportunity. So this could be through getting out in the community, going to events, things like that. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands. Love it. Right next to that King of Wands, I'm telling you. There is someone who is going to show you that they're very competent. Like, I feel like they're good at a lot of stuff, right? Nobody can be good at everything, of course not, but I feel like King of Wands is probably the most competent of all the kings. He says something, he does it. And he's also not afraid to work with other people as well. It's like, again, we can't be good at everything. And I think the one key trait that competent people have is that they don't try to be good at everything. They delegate. They're true leaders, right? They can take the lead and they can get other people to, do tasks for them. They can get other people to do things in life, and they know how to lead appropriately. So definitely could be a person coming in for you. Could also be you. If you are taking the lead in work or business, I definitely love, I love readings where these two come up together, especially if it's just for work, because, I feel it's something that, says that you could be a great leader. With the Five of Swords, yes, Tower. Again, I feel like this, I really feel like you should shock this person, by the way, is what I'm getting here. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I feel like this person thought they could kind of just string you along for as long as possible. Maybe you caused a Tower moment here. It's like maybe they were doing things and you're like, you know what? I'm out of here. I really see this as you. I always say with the Tower, there's one guy, he's like diving head first, right? He's wearing the red. And the other person's like, oh my God, what's happening? And sometimes I feel like we just say, you know what? F it. I'm jumping out of this Tower. I'm not going to deal with this any longer. And I kind of feel that some of you maybe caused a Tower moment. I always say, I think that's a good thing because the Tower's on fire. So people are always so afraid of the Tower, but I'm like, I love the Tower personally. It's just part of life, number one. Number two, it's like if we choose the Tower, then we're not ignoring reality. The whole point of the Tower is that those people are ignoring reality. So by choosing to have a Tower moment, then you're seeing reality for what it is, and then you can rebuild your Tower back stronger, right? With the Three of Cups, you have the Death card. This was definitely a transformation. Could be a Scorpio or someone with Scorpio in their chart, or Cancer or Leo coming in for you. Definitely a lot of fire here, so it could be a very fiery connection. Whatever sign it is, doesn't matter. And I feel like there's a transformation coming in for you. I feel like you chose to go towards the light. I feel like someone is, if this was love, I feel like they're just darkness. And again, for some of you, I do feel this is like work, career, business. And, I feel like if it was work, career, business, either your boss or, again, sometimes I think we do this as well, where we do things for the wrong reasons. I did it for, 10 years of my life at least, doing things for money, right? It's like doing things for money. I'm not saying that we shouldn't try to make money, because trust me, I love it. I'm an evil capitalist. I believe we should make as much as possible, because then we can help people or do good things with the money, number one. So I always recommend making as much as you possibly can. But what I would say is, like, when we just do things for money, it never works, right? And so maybe some of you have realized that, and because you're taking control, doing things for the right reasons, you're probably making more money. Let's see. You have this card that says you won't always feel alone. You're attracting your soul tribe. Three of Cups, Six of Cups, soulmates, two lovers as well. You have this juggling card that says prepare to be busy juggling many roles. I do feel like some of you could have had a person that was juggling, but again, this is a financial deck. This deck, I don't know the name of it. Someone sent it to me as a gift, and there was no name attached, but so thank you to that person. But I would also say, I don't know what deck this is, but again, I feel that you are about to be very busy. King of Wands, we talked about this, being a leader, all that other stuff. Page of Cups, Eight of Swords. I feel like this is self-doubt that's going on right now, Libra. I feel like you need to not doubt yourself and start taking steps towards your goals, wishes, dreams. There's a lot of energy showing up here in this reading. So I feel there's a lot of success that could be coming in for you very shortly. And I also feel that, I'll just show you, you can see this guy is like setting this woman free. So there could be a person who's coming in for you who is like setting you free. Maybe you're, maybe you haven't been feeling like getting into a relationship, or maybe you haven't been feeling like spending time with people, but I really feel there could be a person who, again, they have like competence. They're very, I feel like they're powerful in a lot of ways, but they don't have to. I think that's the big difference, right? Is that it's silent power. I feel like they don't have to do anything for their power. So it's like I feel like you're seeing the two extremes, It's like the person who is actually very weak, so they try to use control to have power, right? And then you're just seeing this person where it's like they don't have to say anything. Look, the King of Wands, his mouth is shut. He doesn't have to do anything. He, on the positive side of things, if we encounter a positive King of Wands, he allows his results to speak for himself, for themselves. He doesn't need to say anything, because he is very powerful. So I feel like you're attracting that type of person if you want love. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. It could be any gender. I also feel like this is you. Like, again, I feel like you are getting to this place where your results are starting to speak for themselves, and this is going to make you very powerful. It's going to lead to a lot of success as well, I see here, Libra. With the King of Wands, you have the King of Wands. So basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. I feel like you're attracting a very powerful person. With the Page of Cups, you have the Empress. Yes, definitely a lot of attraction here. Queen of Wands, Empress. These are all, I feel like this is both of you. I feel like you're, if you're attracting a person, I feel like you both create a lot of abundance together. It's weird. I don't feel this is a person. I feel like it's just the energy of the connection. So if there you go. If you don't want love, I would say that you are working on creativity. I feel like you are very creative at this time. And whatever you're birthing, I feel is going to be very successful. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. Yes, you will marry this person if it's love. I rarely ever say this. I feel like this could be the person you marry if you are meeting this type of person. For those of you, and even if you do want marriage, this is a card of freedom. Everybody gets the Four of Wands right now. We have Uranus and Taurus, and, as I always say, Uranus and Taurus, until the end of 2025, we will have a very strong desire for freedom. If there's anything that makes us feel controlled, we will probably not want to be in that situation. If it's like a job, a business, if we don't feel free to be creative as well, like in work or business, we'll probably look for something else. And it just wouldn't surprise me with that Four of Wands. Next, for your outcome, you have this Fire Spirit, which has energy on it. I feel like you're gaining a lot of energy and success. I feel like you're really kind of leveling up here with this card. And it is the Fire Spirit, so clearly there's like a very fiery connection coming in for you. I feel there, if it's, I would have to say that I think it's a fire sign. Clearly, if it's not a fire sign, I would say they either have a lot of fire in their chart, or they are just very fiery in general. Definitely leadership type. You have the Six of Cups here, soulmates. Again, Six of Cups to me does not represent the past. I know every reader and their mother reads it that way, but if you read about the Six of Cups in any of the tarot books, it says, do not go back to the past. Do not get stuck in nostalgia. It can represent protection. Again, they're inside these castle walls, and they're being protected, but it can represent like holding on to something. Really, it's a card of soulmate, so I feel like there could be like a soulmate coming in for you here. You also have the Seven of Cups, which is like being spoiled for choice. I kind of feel like you're taking control over like what you're creating in your life, and you're finding success because of it. And I don't know, I feel like that's definitely a good thing. You also have the Lovers, so I do feel there is like true love coming in for you. A very strong connection coming in for you with that Lovers energy. With the Six of Cups, you have the Three of Cups, some sort of celebration. Three of Cups twice, look at it. Three of Cups, going this way. Someone finds you very attractive, but again, I feel like you're going to be finding this person, socializing. You're going to find this person in public or at a party or, going somewhere. So get out of the house, as I always say. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Six of Cups, yes. I feel like multiple people are interested in you, Libra, or could be interested in you. Empress, Queen of Wands, very attractive at this time. As I said, if you're watching Minnow Tarot, you are very attractive. I mean, it's a fact. Everybody knows it. So, what I'd say here is you're probably attracting someone. But I feel like there's like one person that will stand out. With the Lovers, you have the Page of Swords here. Yeah, this is probably going to trigger the past person, but who cares? I would also say, like, start exploring new paths with the Lovers. The Page of Swords can encourage you to be curious. The Lovers can say there might be new opportunities for you in work or business, which clearly there are. And, if you take advantage of those opportunities, you could be very successful. So, this could be like side gigs, side hustles that you're getting interested in, things like that. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Libra. You have this Resistance card. I feel like everybody's feeling resistance right now to a lot of things. We really have to push through the resistance. I said this somewhere in your reading where it's like you've tried a lot of times. I was saying something about the grass being greener on the other side, I think. That's where I was talking about it. And I really get that feeling from your reading where it's not really saying don't give up, but I kind of feel like it's saying, that you need to keep pushing forward. Let's put it that way. You have the Enthusiasm card. Love it. I don't know. Everybody's had this card as well. This deck has 1,000,000 cards in it, so it's pretty crazy to me when cards repeat from this deck. And this is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, by the way. But I would like tap into your enthusiasm, or I don't know. It could just be like a much more happy week for everyone, and that could be what's motivating you. You have this Authority card. I feel like you need to take control of situations in your life. Clearly, there's something about authority here. Remember, we were getting all this leadership energy. Some of you could be becoming an authority figure, but I also feel you could be dealing with a person, who is an authority, or who is like a leader in some way. Next, you have the risk card. We were talking all about risk. Anything you can do to take a calculated risk will probably be very beneficial. Also, you see these 3 pentacles here. I always say that this card has those 3 pentacles, so I would like work together with other people, or, you know, I kind of feel like it's saying like, don't be afraid to work together with other people. 3 cups twice. And finally, you have this organization card, so I would get organized at this time, but I kind of feel like that's talking about a harvest, really. But this looks really good, Libra. I really like this energy, so thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.